Hi everyone, welcome to Lineup Stocks. Today is February 16th. Recently, the market hasn't felt great for most investors. Looking at Friday's close, the Dow rose 0.1%, QQQ rose 0.18%, and SPY was nearly flat, up only 0.05%. IWM was the star today, rising 1.32%. Overall, it was a mixed trading day with significant divergence between the indices. Before we begin, I must remind everyone the three major indices are in a very dangerous position. You must stay alert next week. Wednesday's non-farm payrolls and Friday's CPI data have reversed the bullish confirmation signals. In other words, our previous judgment was proven wrong. Since the market moved against our predictions, we shouldn't fight it. The market is always right. We are shifting from a cautious offense to a defensive stage. In trading, we must adjust based on price action. We have to face the reality that the market is not moving as expected. Looking at current trends, take IWM as an example. Even though it rose 1.32% today, does it look like a reversal opportunity? Looking back at Wednesday and Thursday, there were two ugly red bars. Thursday's big red bar broke below 3 moving averages. Although Friday looked okay, it's still trading below the 5-day MA, and it has formed a bearish kiss in MACD. Personally, I usually wait at least 3 days for this pattern to resolve. Friday is the second day still, and I really didn't like Wednesday's candle because it failed to fill the previous gap. We need to adjust our mindset. Since the index structure has changed, we should pause our offense and protect our money. If you are trading IWM like I am, you must set a stop loss at the previous low. Remember, the most important thing in the stock market isn't making money, it's losing less. That is priority number 1. However, don't start shorting yet. IWM's overall trend hasn't completely broken down, though it is suspected of making a top. It failed to make a new high recently. Usually, an uptrend means higher lows and higher highs. But right now, the highs are not getting higher, and a correction has begun. This could be the final peak of the uptrend, but we can't confirm it until the previous low is broken. Since it's unclear, it's better to sit out and wait for the market to stabilize. It's not just IWM. SPY is also showing a bearish kiss pattern. On Wednesday, SP looked okay, but IWM was already showing this intraday. The MACD needed to see a golden cross on Thursday or Friday to avoid this, but instead, the bearish kiss confirmed on Thursday. Today is the second day of that pattern for both IWM and SPY. SPY is still within its upward channel, and QQQ is still in a consolidation range without a breakdown. So, what should we do? I believe that since the structure is changing, the strategy is to stop attacking and hold cash. To ignore the noise, I suggest using the weekly chart as your primary filter. If you trade based on weekly time frames, you might trade less often, but your win rate will be much higher. You won't get shaken out as easily or get deeply trapped. If the daily chart shows a buy signal, you can try a small pilot position, but cut losses quickly if you're wrong. Take Google, for example. It's a great company, but I trimmed my position this week because the weekly chart entered a correction. Just look at the MACD, the most basic indicator. It showed a dead cross, which means a correction is likely. Whether it's a sharp drop or a sideways consolidation is up to the market. Until the weekly chart shows signs of recovery or the daily chart shows a solid bottoming pattern, I will stay in cash. To summarize, the market has given us a signal, so we are shrinking our front lines. Most importantly, do not ignore this. QQQ, SPY, and the Dow are all trading below their 5-day moving averages. I really don't like this. The previous long signals have vanished and replaced by correction signals. The overall index structure isn't great. It could go lower or continue sideways. From a weekly perspective, the correction isn't over. Since it's not over, let's be patient. Wait for a clear bottoming structure before entering the market again. This is Lineup Stocks. I'm Will. See you next time.